Nick Gator.
To the edge. And out of bounds for Gibbs.
The edge to make a 3rd and short.
Once again to the outside. Gibbs.
Hard, and you go in there and you don't bring everything you have. Guys aren't falling down, and they haven't been tackling a lot in camp.
Gibbs trying to stretch it out.
It's been kind of tough going here early on. They'd like to get 7.
To the 25.
Where the sticks are, where they're trying to get. Here's a 4th down.
Sims throws on the run to the end zone, and it's a touchdown, Georgia Tech.
On the blitz last time to create the pressure. This time he's in coverage, and he's just put work. Let's see what they got on a 3rd and 10.
They're going to run it. They've got enough. Past the 20. Gibbs. Will finally bring him down near the 30-yard line. Not exactly in the same category as far as sports movies go. Cut back run.
Wow.
Past the 50. Look at Gibbs. Freshman Sims will hand it off. Gibbs to the 10. Powers his way inside.
But even better, it's the teamwork. That line of...
Jeff Collins, a very aggressive head coach. This 1st down run gets points. Andre, they only had 6 seniors last year as Gibbs gets the run, and he's in. Touchdown. 7 Louisville on 3 straight touchdown drives. Georgia Tech maybe doesn't need a score, but would really like to have one as they'll screen it out for Gibbs. And Gibbs across the 40 with a 1st down and more. Got a block out front by Amarian Brown and down to the 35.
What a play. When you running lanes for the freshman quarterback.
Late mesh again. This is
Nice.
Gibbs around the edge, and the Sims, the freshman. Sims had to hustle it, and he's got it to Gibbs. He hurdles in. Oh man, Gibbs. Entertaining as this one tonight. Jeff Sims, the freshman for Georgia Tech, trying to key an offensive drive that gets him to the win column. And goodness gracious, Gibbs.
A lot of people have RG3.
They'll hand it off on 1st down. And another true freshman, JAHMYR Gibbs, turns the corner.
It's the coach's football team.
Here comes a blitz on 3rd down. A screen behind it to Gibbs. He's got a 1st down and more.
In all 11 aspect by Georgia Tech.
Here's JAHMYR Gibbs breaking tackles. This is the 7th time Georgia Tech has had the football, as JAHMYR Gibbs will pick up 2.5. Jeff Sims with a handoff again to Gibbs, and Gibbs breaking tackles. How about that run by the true freshman?
Run hard. Watch the right side of the offensive line. Just give him a crease. Great set with your feet. Cut. Continue to move.
Conference, 2 pretty good players, Herschel and Donovan McNabb. It's hard to bring down as JAHMYR Gibbs reverses field. Did any player ever work harder to much fun as you can have when your team's down 52-7? And JAHMYR Gibbs breaks tackles and gets free. Picks up a 1st down and more out to the 4.
Isaiah McDuffie started the day as number 1 and number 2 in the nation in total tackles. These guys are playmakers.
Speaking of which, Gibbs has the ball in open space. There's Sims. Graham dangerously gets it to Gibbs, though. And look at that speed.
Wow.
20. Just put it in another gear, Mark, to get it down to the 10. Sanders in motion. Now back out to the bottom of the screen. Pressure coming. Gets it to Gibbs. Cuts it back. Still on his feet.
Round pick. Now that's asking a lot of a guy that is barely removed from high school as they pick up the gain of 3 for Jack Coco on the reception. Now they run it here on 2nd down. A huge hit by Gibbs.
Again, true freshman. Watch this drop in the shoulder.
That was
consistent with the outcome and the performance.
Georgia Tech going to keep it on the ground here with Gibbs, and they get a big play. One timeout left. Here's Gibbs carrying it, and
Don Lindsay, who was the defensive coordinator at the time.
Gibbs able to get the first down.
And he said, "Who are these guys?" And he was told they're the Black Watchmen. And Bill, as we see another completion, Bill, 3 players have been playing that position by committee.
Gibbs in trouble in the backfield, able to make a defender miss, and then look at him run over Kyle Hamilton.
Running back, a true freshman right tackle.
Sims wide open out of the backfield is Gibbs.
That scoring drive they just had, the first time Notre Dame has been scored on in the 4th quarter this year.
Sims dumps it off to Gibbs, able to break a tackle. And Gibbs picks up the first down.
Plants it right in the chest. Now, will it be, well, I shouldn't say that, won't be targeted.
So it's been a nice month off to reset a few things, work on some drills.
Sims. That pass complete past the 25.
That's impressive.
7.5 sacks on the season for Rupp. Couldn't wrap up Sims. Breaking through the line. This is Gibbs. Gibbs to the 10 and to the end zone. JAHMYR.
Well, how about the big guys up front? We talked about a fast start being key out of the open. A couple more missed tackles, some good blocking by the offensive line. And there's that electric
Teams, a bowl game might be a long shot this year. Both with 2 wins so far this season. That's out to Gibbs. Fancy footwork.
Once again, out of the backfield, they love him. He's got great hands. He's very tough. Look at him making guys draw the ball with the ACL. Will Taylor getting injured as well. It's NC State. There's Gibbs.
For the Blue Devils, now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Up the middle. Gibbs angles into the end zone. JAHMYR Gibbs.
Fast straight ahead. Little bit of patience, letting those big bodies go and clear things out. In that second wave, yeah, if you're getting beat up.
Freshman Jeff Sims at quarterback. Poised. Complete. Gibbs on the run. Down to the 40 and sliding. Inside the 40 of Duke.
Yeah, we saw him limp off earlier, but this one looks a little bit different. I mean, he turns on those jets right as he hits that.
It's a setback. And it's going to be a give. Here's Gibbs. Turns that corner. Down the sideline. And out of bounds in front of the K30. Gibbs had the rush for 25. Gibbs gets to the outside again. And tackled around it. Yates under pressure this time. It gets it to Gibbs. Breaks a tackle. 50. Down the sideline. Steps out of bounds.
In this game, they have good receivers out of the backfield. And I know if he can
system.
Jordan Yates looking at the rush. Checks it down to JAHMYR Gibbs. He's inside the 15. Flag down.
Sims is now healthy after an elbow injury way back in week 1. Inside handoff. Gibbs with all kinds of real estate. JAHMYR Gibbs off and running. First big play of the night for. And a give to Gibbs. Into the boundary. Sent out near the 50. Virginia Tech was tested against Richmond earlier today. The Hokies found a way as Gibbs
with the ball in his hands as a runner.
After a gain of 6, 2nd down and goal. There goes Gibbs. Touchdown Tech. 7-man box. Sims has it. Clean pocket across the middle. That'll move the sticks. A nice pitch and catch. Gibbs has it.
A little bit of an angle route. He's going to come inside here, does a good job, and then that is an outstanding.
The mentality of the quarterback has to be first and foremost.
Sims tries to get it to Gibbs. Open field with a blocker. And JAHMYR Gibbs 11 to the 30.
He's got to weather the storm, ups or downs. It's a little bit different.
Quick throw on the perimeter. Gibbs hangs on to it and breaks away from the first tackler. And then taken up.
John Morgan, but a great catch by JAHMYR Gibbs. And then, come on, bring your big boy pads. Eric, for a game at least.
Yep. Here is Sims. Backing up, loops it for Gibbs. A lot of room on the left, got by Patrician. Breaks free, JAHMYR Gibbs at the 40, 30. The cutback here to the near side. Gibbs at the 10, the 5, and tackled at the 3. That says you're aging well.
And also that I'm not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Here's Gibbs, and he scores out of the timeout. JAHMYR Gibbs, his second touchdown.
Back. Here's a big third down. Let's see if the Duke D can answer.
Georgia Tech 13th in the conference on third down, but a wide open man is Gibbs down the sideline for Georgia Tech, and he is going to the end zone.
No flags on this one. I just mentioned two. Play with that all day as an offensive coordinator.
Going to run it with Gibbs. Breaks through the line. Tumbles it.
Making some special memories, not just for the kids, but for the players as well.
Making a huge impact on the youngsters in this area. Duke's now lost 3 in a row for the victory bell after winning the previous 3.
I think it really just comes down to decision-making for him.
Second down and 3. Lobs that pass for Gibbs. Gibbs, a very good pass catcher, makes a big for backs in the ACC. He's their #2 receiver as well. And another carry as he'll try and pull away from a couple of tacklers.
6 plays? You kidding me?
Leading at 13-7. And Gibbs makes a little more out of the worth of receptions, the 4th of his career. And it's going to be Gibbs to try that right side. There is a flag down on the.
To be careful of the type of plays you call for him.
Second down, 25, backed up. Going to get a little bit of room here.
Demon Deacons.
Sam Hartman, 5 touchdowns. And a handoff, a little delay here for Gibbs. Gibbs takes a pop. He's finally
bring the energy, rather.
Going to hand off once again. Gibbs breaks free. He's off to the races. Across the 20, the 10, see you later. Touchdown, Georgia Tech, and no flags.
Two consecutive onside kicks. Gibbs will cut this one back up the middle near the 40.
Not just Virginia Tech in this game, but Georgia Tech as well.
Gibbs breaks through the first line of defense and up to the 40 and a first down. They'll mark to Kyrick McGowan. That was on a 4th down play. This is Gibbs bouncing off bodies across midfield and finally cut down by James by a field goal by 3 points each before breaking through. Here's breaking through Gibbs. JAHMYR Gibbs trying to outrun Virginia Tech. He cut it back at the 20 and stumbled.
For 71 yards and a touchdown. There's one more look at it. They take care of both Hollifield and Tisdale. A 60, quite a bit more for Patino.
Williams in for the injured Zach McLeod. This is Gibbs weaving his way, and Gibbs takes it to the end zone. 29 yards.
With the fake on the jet sweep, and then just washed down that entire left side of the offensive line for Georgia Tech. Just winning the hungry fight by 27.
This is Gibbs to the 40, to the 30. Gibbs accelerating, steps out of a tackle, down the sideline, and in.
Punch, it's Jordan Mason. They're on the run to move the chains, and then swinging it out there, gets the ball in the hands of JAHMYR Gibbs. They want to do it 20 times a game, and Sims lucky to get that one back after the 17-yard loss.
Here's Gibbs trying to get it back. He might do it and more. Has a lead blocker, and he gets wrestled. 8 of 16 on 4th down this season. They've had success. This is Gibbs. He got popped, but did he have enough?
To stay on the field, though.
Here come the Canes. The pressure was there. A little toss to Gibbs. Up to the 45. And I've heard
so many times that Miami game. He made so many big plays on 3rd down and so many good blocks.
This is Gibbs around the edge and out of bounds. 254 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air. Gibbs stretches it out. Shakes his way to the 20-yard.
Manageable when offenses struggled on 3rd downs.
Yates is 4 for 4 through the air. Decides to let it go. This one is caught. Gibbs in open space. Gibbs down to the 25 from Yates, goes for 35 yards.
And he's showing off not only the run after the catch. Jelfield's got him the rest of the way, including Georgia maybe.
98-yard kick return TD. Little flip. This is Gibbs. Eludes the first man. Gibbs cut down shy of the 4. For Jordan Yates and for the injured Jeff Sims. Hands it off. Gibbs got squared up near the 30-yard. You mentioned it earlier. Dublin, Ireland, 2016. the 30. Boy, when he...
Great vision. And that's exactly what he's doing when he gets the football in his hands.
Breaks the tackle, bounces outside. Look out. Got shot. Gibbs to the end zone, and he barrels his way in.
Yates, the workhorse. Well, a little bit of
defenders in a man situation. They're nice throw.
This is Gibbs. Boy, he puts a foot in the ground and turns. 32. Here is Gibbs. Bouncing to the outside. We get the first.
Whether it's 8, whether it's 12, and I know that's all up for discussion. But in watching a team like Notre Dame, they've gotten better and better as this year has gone on.
Robbie Oots starting at tight end on the left side of the formation. He's swinging out to Gibbs. Great receiver at Tech last year. And he takes it to the 32-yard. Won't miss that next time. That was their first play with 12 personnel with 2 tight ends in the game. Here's Gibbs to the outside. And he's knocked out of bounds before a defender gets there. On a debut for the freshman, already 60 yards on 5 catches. And now Gibbs. Toss to Gibbs. Full head of steam.
Yeah, one of the 100 that are down there.
Here's Gibbs. Man, great vision and the cutback.
Wayne Burton, even a guy that want to build chemistry.
Wow, how about this for chemistry? There's one hit and Jahmyr Gibbs with the cutback, then a stiff arm, and he's inside the 10.
Season for Alabama. You see right there, pin him, roll him up. Number 1 to the house. I think 65's done an excellent job here in the first.
Prospect and a great player. First down and 10 at the 9-yard line. Here's Gibbs on the carry, and Gibbs breaks contain and is Alabama. Young with the give, and it's Gibbs again, squirts through the 17-yard line. Young swings it out. Gibbs with the first down and more before 5. And Young drops back. Gibbs again. Down the sideline. First down and more. Fast feet.
This is what has haunted Texas's defense over the last few years is missed tackles. And that one wasn't.
First down at the 33. Gibbs in motion out of the backfield. They swing it to him in space. Hits the sideline hard and goes out. Young looking over the middle, and it's Gibbs for first down.
Held him here, kept him, and they're playing better here.
On second down, Gibbs hits the corner, and he'll get out. And they bring pressure. Young to the sideline. Nice throw, and it's Gibbs. Young pumps it, looking, steps back in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Jahmyr Gibbs, what a play by Bryce Young.
'57.
Second and 2 at the 33. Young over the middle. Gibbs with running room, and Gibbs.
On the team is right behind him. They have been leaning heavily on the Georgia Tech transfer, and he's O'Brien, the offensive coordinator, calling plays quickly. Gibbs following blockers around the left end. First down, Crimson Tide.
More reps.
Young steps up now, dumps it off to Gibbs, the leading receiver on the team, as another. See what he has to say to Coley Harvey here in a minute. They got to go 93 yards in less than 2 minutes to score some points. This is a good start. Jahmyr
emerged. They have operated best in the 2-minute drills.
Young can't find anybody open, dumps it off underneath to Gibbs. Gibbs has been the safety valve, and he gives all time in Bama career passing yards with that completion. Now again to Gibbs with more room to roam. Another first down and a touchdown.
I'm done talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. A little head and shoulder fake. They dump it down to him. Look at Kendrick Law. That was one block. See if you can pick up the second and third. That's a true freshman out there blocking for Jahmyr Gibbs. 2 new faces in the pass.
7 touchdown passes. He gets a lot of help from Jahmyr Gibbs with the run after the catch.
Feathered hair and all.
Bryce Young looking, crossing route. And here's Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. Best receiver on the team by numbers, and the running back still on his feet. And he will truck all the way inside the 10, down to the 7, 26-yard gain.
Move to his left. He's trying to buy time, waiting for this double move to come out, but he's smart. Safety over the top, check it down to Jahmyr Gibbs, and this is where this offense gets really dangerous when they hit those.
Looking for 4. Gibbs out of the backfield, spin move, goal line, touchdown Alabama. Bryce Young, 4 touchdowns in the first half. And here's Jahmyr Gibbs. He is shifty. Looking forward to Eli's return to the broadcast booth. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And Gibbs takes it for a first down. By the way, we're talking about Clark.
Well, spotted at the 31, the Razorbacks. Back to Jahmyr Gibbs. Broke a tackle somehow and got away, and with a stiff arm,
spun out of it. Extra offensive lineman lined up at tight end.
Jahmyr Gibbs speeds off the right side and got almost 10.
And run right at the power for Alabama. Good job that time at right tackle. J.C. Lake.
McClellan and Gibbs both in the backfield. It'll be Gibbs straight up the middle. Bulldozes his. Some mop-up duty, basically. And Jahmyr Gibbs down to the 10. Second down and 3. Gibbs has it. Gibbs goes the other way to the left and spins his way to the third.
Concern has been, can this offensive line for Alabama look like?
Second and 20. Fakes it to Gibbs. Spins and goes right back to Gibbs. Gibbs broke 1 tackle. Jahmyr Gibbs stepped out of bounds.
Look how he can do everything. Runs the ball, attacks it smart, lines up anywhere. He's got that bird.
Gibbs, cut back. Oh, what a beauty.
Yeah, exactly. Speed to the outside, and then find a crease. And he does.
And Jahmyr Gibbs, big opening up the middle, and he is going to be gone. Nobody's going to catch Jahmyr Gibbs all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Outside of him, gets blocked inside. Bumper pool gets taken and pushed by the hole, and he's gone. Seth McLaughlin, number 56, gets the key block. And as Brad again gets pushed back at the last second past the play. No coverage from the secondary. They go outside.
Gibbs. Pass off the left side. He might be gone again. Jahmyr Gibbs. He's already got a 72-yarder. He's got another one. Touchdown, Alabama. This one goes for 70.
Down and then kick out to the outside. That creates it, and Delcourt comes around. McLaughlin comes around and makes a key block again. I'll tell you. They're running for 300 yards over the game, 221 in the fourth quarter, basically, right? I mean, what a rushing attack. And the big runs, I think.
Jahmyr Gibbs trying to get to the edge. They stretch it out. He still gets almost 10 ball. As last week, a big game on the ground for the Tide. Milroe looking for his first pass across the middle. Got it complete to Gibbs. 7-yarder that got him down to 1st and goal. And now here is Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs puts both hands around the football.
Step up and make plays. Oh, McLaughlin, number 56, the center, reaches over, and he had a great game last week. Starts off with a edge blocking right there, and that created
the tight end in motion. Milroe is going to throw it out in the flat, and Jahmyr Gibbs gets
fumble.
Well, that's a good one to have, a guy like Bryce Young, that's for sure. Jahmyr Gibbs, there's the crease. This might be a touchdown. Gibbs down the sideline, run out.
That's what made the play. Steen gets a block. Oh man, does he get a block? Pushes the defensive end almost to the sideline, and then
Down in 10, but that could have been a disastrous start to the third quarter for the Tide. Jahmyr Gibbs got a crease. Jahmyr Gibbs all the way out to midfield and then some.
But with Milroe and Gibbs, I mean, Gibbs is close to 100 yards in this football game already.
28 more yards there. Absolutely. Gibbs, the cutback, and a first down run.
The field, do you really think it reminds you of Alvin Kamara? He says, oh yeah.
Gibbs again. Wow, just streaks through the middle. And he dropped this one back.
He's got a burst, doesn't he?
Sure does. From the portal from Georgia Tech. Here he comes again. And he almost got face masked, and now he's showing a little bit of power as well. Previous drive. He's back in there right now. And he'll get the call. And a stiff arm. And a sidestep. And a good Gibbs. And gives it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs with a stiff arm. It's not going to.
Found some space. One deke inside and almost got this thing for a first.
Latu in motion. Gibbs got to the edge.
A bit undersized. I don't even know what that means anymore. Probably 280.
295.
Yeah, exactly.
8-yard line. On short yardage, Gibbs broke one tackle, got to the edge, and walks in. Touchdown, Alabama.
Look at these feet. Watch him dive. Look at the quick feet right there. Oop, get stepping around. If that's not Alvin Kamara, I don't know if I've seen it in this league that's even close to that.
That looked like Dancing with the Stars right there. And he is one.
Absolutely. I don't feel.
Gibbs. He's always one step.
Alabama has rushed for a total of 14 yards.
The day, the 9-yard pickup by Gibbs. Second down and short. Gibbs again. A little hesitation and then rolls forward. Young got rid of it. The man in his face got it to Gibbs. This one is a catch. And
catches it right behind the blitz.
Here he is on the ground, and Jahmyr Gibbs down inside the 10.
What he does here, watch it, take it wide, set it up, and then cut it back inside. You can see they pushed off the block, thinking Gibbs
had a guy that set up blocks as well as Gibbs in quite a while. Here he is just trying to power inside the 5, got it to this one, a couple booths above us. Gibbs broke one tackle. Latu, the tight end, on the move. Jahmyr Gibbs has got the first down and more. 3 receivers to Bryce Young's left, but they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, what a move by Jahmyr Gibbs.
His feet are incredible. Got the
steam.
Great acceleration and boom. Again, do you call that a missed tackle? I don't think on a 50-50 ball, and Burton makes it.
36-yard pickup. Now it's back to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs puts his foot in the ground and goodbye. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Alabama.
23rd time, a Tennessee defender. Edge, 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 break it up. Flowers comes up.
Gibbs with the move to get the first down. Young to Gibbs in the flat. Not going to get there, but he got the first and goal at the 2. Jahmyr Gibbs. You can forget about that. Touchdown, Alabama.
A lot happened. But once he gets to the outside, he scores.
Isaiah Bond in motion. Bryce Young flips it sidearm out to Jahmyr Gibbs. Made one guy miss, a little hesitation step, and Gibbs.
He's made a Tennessee defensive back miss. So one guy he makes miss with his feet. The next guy got the wrong angle.
And then he just sort of glides out of bounds without taking a shot.
I've been receptions on the year. They're going to test him tonight.
On 2nd and 12.
Young has plenty of time and just checks it down. And Gibbs, who's an excellent receiver, did a lot of that. Gibbs navigates through traffic in the line of scrimmage and rolls into the end zone. And then anything.
Court, just great execution. They're bringing pressure. They're bringing linebackers, and they're all picked up. Hat on a hat, made it.
Back and won national championships, and Saban reminded his team of that. You know, you think everybody's going to have a perfect season, and there've been a couple of those too, but
they seem to be the culprit the next week.
Gibbs making a big impact here. Gibbs accelerates. Got this incredible. The dogs of the SEC.
I'm trying to help him out here.
Meanwhile, somewhere down there, the game we did in Tuscaloosa against State. Off the play action, flips it to Gibbs. And Gibbs is the top running back and the leading. Gibbs, first running play of the night. And the speedy transfer from Georgia Tech is loose, and he's down near the. Gibbs string it out. He still makes something of the run. Clemson in a battle on the road, and Alabama down 7-3 here. Gibbs, the beginning of camp. Pressure again. It's picked up this time, and Gibbs catches the ball.
And you see his DB starting to go out here, and then he has to come back underneath. So well designed.
New half. Gibbs can change the game with any carry and accelerates around the edge and scoots out near the 4.
Get lost and underappreciate the ability to go bounce that right there. He starts to squeeze, and he's got to try to.
2nd and 10. Gibbs in space. Look out. He can fly. Fastest member of the Crimson Tide team scoots out of danger.
Watch this offensive line, able to take on that slant, and then there's the instincts to cut back. Who else does Alabama turn to? They're on the ropes right now, on the road. The quarterback to Gibbs, your playmaker.
Bama finally at 100 rushing yards tonight. Gibbs has got it again. Has good protection this time and flips it short. And shoved that amount. Gibbs makes a cut. Barrels down to the 1.
Seal the edge with a 2. Bring around the big offensive lineman.
These are sharp. 5 of 7 at 20-yard scramble to set up the game-winning field goal. They do it again in an even more hostile environment. Gibbs take. Bring a 4-man rush. Protection is good. Young finds Gibbs, who slides
into that hole. Actually, Gibbs into that hole. And
you make a great point. The wear and tear in these defenses, trying to chase down quarterbacks in OT, a serious challenge. Gibbs on the check down, muscle down.
JoJo Earl in motion. It is JAHMYR Gibbs off the right side. Gibbs with a big opening and a big run of 13 to open things up.
Yes, we didn't see him in the whole second half, and then he did not play last week against Austin Peay Coates.
On 2nd and 10. Gibbs left side, and he pops one off that side of the studios. And JAHMYR Gibbs with us off the left side, and he got about 6. Gibbs in motion. He'll get the toss around the left corner. JAHMYR Gibbs out at the. Kick me when I'm down.
Well, I wanted you to give you a way to bring it up.
Gibbs. Gibbs gets into Auburn territory.
Nope. So that's one of the things that has happened in Alabama's favor.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier today when we said there's still a possibility, and that would.
District just as amazing as last year. They just won more games last year, right?
Exactly. JAHMYR Gibbs. Gibbs, this might be a touchdown, and it will be. Alabama scores with JAHMYR Gibbs.
The score will pop up, and this last touchdown will mean something when they start discussing Alabama.
24-yard romp for JAHMYR.
Alabama, nothing on that first drive. Let's see what happens on drive 2. Here's Gibbs. And Young on 3rd down and 10. Pressure on. Young steps up and completes it. And JAHMYR Gibbs is free into K-State territory. Past the 30, past the 20, and finally taken down.
15 hits come around. He comes clean, but stepping up in the pocket by Bryce Young, finding that shallow crosser on the mesh. And then JAHMYR.
Response, though, by Kansas State. -1 yard on that last carry. Here's Gibbs down to the 5. Committed to USC. And then his first year at Bama was the backup to Mac Jones. Running Gibbs to the right, past the 45 and stiff arming. Timeouts remaining for Kansas State. They'll run it again with Gibbs. Jump cut, trying to get the corner. He does, past the 15. Stiff arming and out of bounds.
I'll tell you, this is an excellent block by 3. Jermaine Burton comes across in motion, seals that edge. And you see the speed from JAHMYR.
And in the second quarter, they got to get off the field on defense on 3rd down.
Here's Gibbs getting a 1st down to the
At the top pick, I can't imagine not taking number 9.
A lot of running room for Gibbs. Out to the 24 for 6.
Because of COVID, and really helped his growth early on, watching Matt Jones get it done.
Gibbs comes up and obviously great players.
Yeah, that helps too.
Here's Gibbs breaking a tackle and down to the 31 yard.